Hello and welcome to Brilliance Today, where individuals let their brilliance shine through their stories, expertise and philosophy, because they're on a mission to make a difference and leave a legacy. Introducing Brenda Dempsey, publisher, speaker and TV presenter. Get ready to be inspired.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Dr. Shama. Welcome to Brilliance Today. It's so wonderful to have you here all the way from Oman, and it's just wonderful how women are coming together from all around the world for the voices of women. So thank you very much. So Dr. Shama, would you like to introduce yourself, say who you are, what you do, and everybody, you better listen long because Dr. Shama is an incredible human being and a remarkable woman. So over to you, Dr. Shama.
Good morning, Miss Brenda. Good morning. Thank you so much, first of all, for bringing me to this platform where women are giving their voice. First of all, congratulations for this incredible effort where you are bringing the women from different parts of the world to raise their voice and to bring out the emotions. I can say the emotions that are hidden in their hearts, the emotions that are hidden in their minds. You're bringing them to the women, to the emotions of the world. You are spreading that positivity to the heart, mind to the mind, so that other women get inspired, can connect to that story. It's a wonderful, Ms. Brenda. It's a wonderful effort that you are doing. First of all, congratulations to you and your team for this incredible effort. And coming to me, Ms. Brenda, I can say, I believe, first of all, the philosophy of my life is, I believe life is very short, the first thing. And whatever in this short nut capsule, we have to make something, do something that create the ripples in all over the world. And that can give meaning and purpose to your life that is everlasting. Even the last day of your life, you will not regret. Every minute of your life, there should be empowerment. There should be a vision. A life without a vision is just a body without a soul. So this is what I believe in. And with that vision, I want to bring up the culture of happiness in the world. My goal is that. The goal is to bring the culture of happiness in the world, because I believe every human being in this world is working hard, hardest. He's working day and night. He's dedicating his time for what? To earn money. If in the materialistic language, if we speak, it is to earn money. Earn money for what? For happiness again. So I am trying to manipulate this earning money process as the resources. It is the resources. So we are trying to bring this happiness by making the people aware of their resources. And when the resources will be aware, when people will acknowledge them, when they are educated. And when they are humanized in education, that will be balanced. So education plays a vital role in leading you to the purpose of your life, in leading you to the vision of your life. And this education should be humanized, that not materialistic. Because if it is humanized, there will be happiness, and he will spread that happiness to others, and others will spread that happiness to others. The world will be a wonderful place to live in. We will not regret of having such a wonderful life, Miss Brenda. So we all will be living like a beautiful creatures with happiness, and the next generation can have that. Nowadays, if you imagine, the new generations that are coming up are just addicted to the gadgets. They don't know appreciation. They don't know happiness. They don't know the culture. They don't know even Criticism management is something, means they cannot accept that criticism. So they don't have a patience, no proactiveness. We are building aliens. We are building robots. Our society will lead to somewhere, Miss Brenda, if we don't cultivate the culture of happiness. We are counting how many hours we are working hard in a day. Everyone says today I worked hard 9 hours, but we don't count how many hours we happy.
Mm, mm, absolutely, Dr. Shama. And eh, I would like you to share um, all that you founded and the platforms that you are a CEO on, because you've got more than a vision, absolutely, because you do so much work, and that work pays off with the connections that you make and the people that follow you as a leader. So would you like to share some of the platforms and what they do, and explain why they're so important to giving particularly women a voice?
Definitely, Miss Brenda, definitely. First of all, myself, my own platforms. I have three important platforms. First of all, International Institute of Influencers, which is the III. We are having International Institute of Influencers, International Life Skills Technologies Private Limited, Gulf Skill Pioneers, right now, the new added addition in the family, GSP in Oman, which is nothing but a gateway for skills sustainability, to bring the skill sustainability. These are the three important platforms which are now in 11 countries, with almost, I can say, more than 40 countries. Global leaders are associated with us to empower the vision of humanization of education in the world. To, I can say, to shoulder the world towards, means to influence. As an influencer, they are influencing their leadership to all stages, whether it is a women, whether it is a children, whether it is a men, to all the categories of people. It's not our organization, or we are not just connected to one category of the people, Miss Brenda, because it's like a food chain. It's like a food chain, I can say. If we remove anyone in this ecosystem, then the other food chain will be distracted. So that's the reason we have to build the harmony and the balance in all the kinds of the communities, all the populations, so that we can build that balance and bring all the categories of the people to the life. So we are associated even with lots of organizations in the world. I can say with Miss Brenda, with the brilliance, the Miss Brenda, the brilliant and brilliance. One of the finest, I can say, Miss Brenda is one of my best friend, bestie, best sister. Really, I have always seen. Yesterday also, I was looking at your pictures. I kept my DP also in Facebook. Miss Brenda, I always respect you. I always adore you for the selfless work that you are doing, that you create the vibrations. And I myself take inspiration. You are one of the wonderful lady of my world. If I am supposed to write the autobiography, I will mention definitely about you, because you have that energy. You have that vibrancy to spread it all over the world, and you don't care anyone. What you are, you bring it out. You are like a pencil. The graphite in you just comes out. The graphite in you just comes out all the time, and you be exactly what you are. You don't manipulate in that. That's the thing that really the world needs to know, and I always extract from you that. That is what, Miss Brenda, as you are making this voice of women, we need to have the women around us, surrounding us, who are having these kind of qualities. I always believe in one thing, like, what you see, we take it. What we see, we take it. Suppose if we are seeing negative things, we are taking the negative things, even though we don't want them. Even though we don't want them. So we have to be very careful in what we are seeing. Our perception will be changed because of that. So now I like to see you. I like to see the wonderful people. I always surround myself only with the wonderful people because I want to see only the positive things, empowered things, because it will manipulate, it will help me to fortify my vision. And I will become more stronger when I see people like you. And I don't want the organizations that I'm associated, they are helping me not to just inspire, but innovate as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Dr. Shama, Voices of Women is about leadership. And obviously, because it's Voices of Women, it's about female leadership. So can you explain what leadership means for you? And then going a little deeper, explain why female leadership is important.
Thank you, Ms. Brenda. The word, I think one of the most important word in dictionary is leadership, according to me. The most important word, because leadership is like a fulcrum in a seesaw, is like a fulcrum. It is the fulcrum in any object, in even if you take the scissor, the fulcrum, the center point. If that center point is not there, there is no scissor. You cannot have a scissor at all. So the fulcrum is leadership. And how important is this? Now you can just see to cut the cloth, you need a scissor. So the scissor works only on that center point, which is binding those two hands of the scissor. So the fulcrum is the most important point in the leadership. And leadership is nothing but influence. That's what I believe in. If there is no influence, if you are not able to influence the people, how people will follow you? Leadership is not building up followers. Nowadays, we see in the society very, very wrong notion is going on. They want to say, I have this much of followers. Means sometimes they give a different meanings. Even the leaders, I have so many. Actually, the words that we speak gives lots of reflections to many people. Even by mistake, also we should not use this. We are not building followers. We are creating the leaders. If you are able to create the leaders, you are a leader. The leadership follows your influence. Leadership follows your influence. So after influence, only the leadership will come. Leadership is a vision.
That's a really good way. What traits do you believe great leaders should have?
Traits,
what characteristics? What characteristics?
The traits, the important traits, Ms. Brenda, that leaders should have is very important thing that makes us still different from other leaders is like proactiveness. Any leader and accountability. These are the two things which I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn them every day. I give a test to myself always, every day, to be honest. See, while till now we count the leaders. If we ask you who are the best leaders in the world, we say Lincoln, Mother Teresa. We count their names even though decades passed on. Because Mother Teresa, even though she is a wonderful lady, she was from Italy. She came to India, lived in a slum place, vomitings of the people she's counting in the hands, she's holding in the hands. What made her to do that? She has a vision, first thing. And she is a proactive leader who stops, then think, and then act. Stop, think, and act. What makes us different from great leaders is we act first, then we think, and then we stop. By the time everything is gone. By the time everything is gone, we ruined the system by the time. So that is the thing that very important. And the other thing is when we see that, we get influenced. When a leader, like one small boy, he came for having an ice cream in a coffee shop, And he asked a lady who was working there to bring a Sunday ice cream, and he asked for the price. She said, "Price you want? It is $400." Then that 400 rupees. So if I take it in dollars, $10. Then the boy asked, "What is a normal ice cream?" In a very humbly voice. She said, "He's asking first for Sunday ice cream, not normal ice cream." Oh, I think he's not serious. And she just, in a very irresponsive voice, she says, "It is $6." Then the boy put his hands in his pocket, and he just checked something. And then he said, "Okay, give me Sunday ice cream, normal ice cream." Then that lady, she gets so, he wasted my time for nothing, for asking discussions. He just want normal ice cream, and why should he waste so much of time? And she goes in and she brings that normal ice cream. She just put it off there, misbehavior. And then that boy will have it and keeps the bill there, and he leaves that place. After a while, that lady comes to collect the bill, and she starts shedding off in tears. She starts shedding off in tears. Why? When she opened the bill, she saw it was $10, not $6, because that boy wanted to give even tips for her. That's the reason, and he was having only $10. That's the reason he asked for the normal ice cream. But that lady didn't understand that, because she first act, then she stopped, then she like that. She think and then she stopped. But the boy first, he think, then he acted like that. Miss Brenda, that is proactiveness. The proactiveness comes in the leaders who are visionary. They have a vision first. In leadership comes vision first. And those who don't have vision, they are not leaders. They're just managers.
Yeah.
They manage. And as you said, female leadership. Why female leadership is important? Because as I was telling, leaders don't create followers, but they create leaders. And females play a very important role in creating leaders. How? Like if you see in our body, 75% of our body is water. And the remaining 25% is red blood cells, white blood cells, plasma, platelets. These are the remaining 25%. Means platelets. Plasma is made up of mostly of water. So that means water is present mostly, and the remaining is the other components. The same thing in the world, in this society, most of the things, 75% is composed of women population is high, first thing. When compared to the men population, women population is high. And the other thing is the womanhood is the fulcrum point of leadership, which is not blessed in any other organism. Like if you see in the men, you don't find womanhood. It is just gifted to women. Why? Because first thing is they are the major component of the ecosystem. They play vital roles. And second thing, being a women, they as a leader has a qualities of resiliency. The very important character, resiliency. Women as a mother can show any resiliency to do anything for her son, for her mother, for her daughter. She's resilient to fight even with a gorilla. She's ready to fight anything. From where she got the power? She's just a tiny human being. But God has blessed her with womanhood, and womanhood is having these characters, which gives her the power to face any extreme challenges, any peaks and valleys in life. Like she faced that resiliency because she is blessed with that. It is inherited. This is inherited character which is found in rarely in the people. So female leadership, imagine female leadership comes into existence, was given an opportunity. Then this resilience power can help the society to overcome any challenges that the company, whether it is in a company, whether it's in a school, whether it is in any kind of industry. She will not give up. She will not give up. So that is what her voice will be raised, which will create the vibrations in the minds and of the people. She will act like a visible example in the minds. She can impact the hearts and minds. Only if we can impact the mind, it is not going to work. She will impact the mind and heart. She will impact the conscious and subconscious mind both as well. In both the ways, Ms. Brenda. So by this way, she will. And also, women has the capacity to transform the information. Transformation of information is implementation of information is the transformation. She has the capacity to implement that information. We usually give lectures, so many things, do that, do this. Like, for example, take in the household, simple example, household things. We tell to men, sometimes they forget, they don't take responsibility. Okay, I will do it tomorrow. We tell, please do this, whether it is for the children, whether it is for anything. But if any information is given to women, they will transform it with responsibility. They'll bring that implementation point. So execution, I can say. Like Ms. Brenda, in society, lots of ideas are there. Having ideas is not important to become an entrepreneur or whatever it is. Execution of ideas is important. That makes you different from others. And in execution, women plays a very big role. She is blessed in that womanhood, this character. Actually, all these things are got free for women by God. He has blessed her. He has given her the blessings because she is going to face these all things. So God has blessed her with these all characters that she can extract. But what's happening in the society, Ms. Brenda? Even though she's having all these characters, there are certain pitfalls in the society that are not letting her to drive them. Are some chances also there where over exaggeration is happening? I can say both the extreme sides. There are certain sides where those I can say this is like minerals. These are all characteristics, resiliency, this leadership characters like proactiveness, and mother is very proactive. Don't you see, Ms. Brenda? Whatever the child say, you can see the character of a leader there itself. Whatever the child, like if I get angry on my mother also, she doesn't speak a word. I go on telling her so many things. Sometimes I feel bad after that. Why I told her this? I without thinking, I act, then I stop, and then I think. When I tell to my mother, but my mother, she think first. Let her tell. She wants to tell something. Let her go on telling. Let her take out from her mind. Let her. So she don't act. Why you're telling me like this? She doesn't act. She doesn't act with me. She stops. That makes her a mother. That makes her a leader.
My goodness, Dr. Shama, I mean, I've known you 3 years or more now, and you just get more eloquent every single time you speak. The message just gets louder. There's great clarity and, of course, great conviction. So I want to ask you another question, if I may, Dr. Shama. Can you tell us about a time where you've been challenged as a leader? And how, I know I love what you said. You stop, you think, then act, not act, stop and think and stop. I love that, flipping it 180 degrees. But can you tell us of a time where you were challenged as a leader and how you cope with that, that inspires and influences others to consider doing something similar?
Definitely, Ms. Brenda. There was a certain period of time in my life. Actually, I took everything as a challenges from the beginning of my life. Um, I think that's what inspired me from the beginning, and that's what I'm here to influence. Uh, I Miss, there are some cases which are really extremely challenged by the society. Society means, and there are certain challenges from my education industry where I was as a student. So you want me to start with the student industry, student challenge, or the female?
It's up to you. One that's got a really
Because
great
I
story.
will tell this as a student, so that the student can inspire. Then I will come as a married
Let's
lady.
you could say a little bit about as a student, but then as the woman you are today.
Yeah, exactly, Miss Brenda. So as a student, I can say to all the students over here, like I was also from a middle class family. And even though I was from middle class family, I was having a dream characters of a leadership that I have to raise my voice. And I means from the beginning in my school days, the way today I always give gratitude to my school that they made me face of the school all the time, to speak, to influence people all the time. I was doing that. So that was the characters that I built in from the time, that how to be disciplined, how to be focused. So these are the characters I learned from my school because they gave me opportunity to influence others. Whether it is any program, whether it is any advocacy program, counseling program, they used to bring me before as a model. And I have, when you are a model, you are given responsibility, right? So when you're given a responsibility, you have to showcase those all features so that others can get influenced. So like that, my school life started. And after these characters, when I built in myself, as I grow on to the college, to the university, I have to track some of my masters and means I have to go there, and it is not easiest challenge for any student, for a middle classer especially, because if we go for private, you have to pay lots of money for that, and we cannot afford it. So you have to get it for free, and I was having only 4 to 5 seats only to get in there. The challenges that I took for myself is, if I don't study this, if I don't enter into the university, I'm going to destroy my life because nothing is going to happen. If I don't get into I'll get married and finish, nothing will be there. I'll be normal like human being, where I cannot transfer my vision. I cannot do anything to influence, which I was doing from the beginning. So I took it as a challenge. I took it as a challenge. I believed we will become for what we are, not what we want. What we want. I believed that, and what I am, I know. So I brought those all characters in me day and night, with responsibility, with focus, with discipline, like a driver of the car. Driver of the car is totally focused because he has to drive it to the destination, whereas the passenger is not at all focused. He's always looking here, there, he's distracted. I used these challenges of my life, of a student leadership, I can say. Student leadership through these characters of focus, discipline, and responsibility. I have a responsibility to prove my father, to make my father feel proud, to make my father feel that means that whatever he did for me all these days, he feel proud. My father told me once I got little less marks. He told me, you work so hard, but you got less. A poor farmer, if he doesn't get his crop, he will feel bit how he will feel. Today I'm feeling bit like that. That made me to feel that I should not make my father to feel that disappointed. I had the responsibility of my family, that I have to make them happiest because they worked hard for me. So leadership is something that makes you to feel the responsibility of others, not just of yourself. If I feel that I have to get marks, I have to get, you will not get that, I can say, that power, that fuel, you will not get it to lead. You will get the fuel to lead in leadership only when you have responsibility of somebody. Oh, Miss Brenda is having trust on me. I have to prove her. She is having trust on me. I have to prove her that she's right. She's not wrong in trusting me and giving me opportunity in voices of women. So I have to prove her right. So that's miss that responsibility, that accountability, not letting you down. So these are all things I have to carry. A student has to carry in student leadership. Then he will never fail. You know, Miss Brenda, the hard work that I did to get into the university, you'll be surprised. I got top one in the
Mm.
university. Proudly, I say. In almost, I can say 100,000 people wrote the exam. And
Wow.
I was the top one without any coaching, without any extra support. Day and night, I made it. 45 days time was there. And in 45 days, day and night, I took the challenge. You know, I used to write 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. I'm doing this work. And I let my mother to sign. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. I did this work. I studied this. I let my mother to sign. You know, I used to regulation. In leadership,
Yes.
regulation is very
Discipline. Mm.
discipline.
Mm.
So that's what I in student leadership happened. Whereas in coming to so after student leadership, you know, you are entering into the new phase. That is the phase where you will come up into another new family. You will come up into the new family and new people. Again, the new society it will be. Maybe my characteristics cannot was not liked by people who are in my husband's family. They because they found it like dominating.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did not understood it as a leadership.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They did not understood it as a disciplined life. They didn't understand that this is a implementation, this is the execution of values and ethics. This which was
Mm. Absolutely. And I think that is what holds women back sometimes
exactly very true, Miss Brenda.
because when you find your voice and you begin to use it and you speak up and speak out, for some people that energy is a bit much because where they are. But I don't think that leaders should diminish their light, but
Exactly, Miss
through
Brenda.
education, as you do, the humanization of education, and not the kind of education that we normally think about. It's about being able to speak out, all the different things you do through the III, and obviously now your new two platforms, which is based on education. Then it for others who don't understand, it can be a bit much. But little by little by little, the more you speak, the more they understand, the more you tell a story, new story, the more you show them by action and being proactive, they begin to understand and they can then look on their inside in their own journey. And that's when
Exactly.
those influences take over and they go, I want to be more like Dr. Shama. I
Exactly,
mean,
Miss Brenda. I can say, Miss Brenda, ignorance is the hurdle for leadership. Ignorance is the hurdle for leadership always. Ignorance of the people creates setbacks for the leadership values that were to be executed. I was given lots of setbacks. I means to very high extreme from my in-laws families and all to the very high extreme in such a way like you know it was like a do or die, that kind of situations were created as well. It was, but as I said to you, I was born in a family where ethics, values, resiliency, responsibility, respect to others, and accountability that was taught by my father to me. He taught me these, whatever it is, never disrespect anyone. If you, whatever it is, never means never lose your accountability, never lose your responsibility. These are the ethics and values that my father has taught me. And resiliency, whatever the problems, never give up. And these are the things, Miss Brenda, that didn't let me to do or die, but to come up I came up, I studied my PhD after that for 5 years, and it gave me further more confidence after that. And it was my husband who supported me in standing my backbone. Miss, trust me, those situations, if these leadership qualities were not there, I could not be the same person what I am now. I could have diminished. It was
Yeah.
just the leadership characters that protected me, the values. That's the reason I always advise everyone, humanization of education is important. Don't take education just for education because of degrees, because you are going to face so many things in life. We don't know that, because so many things in life that may diminish you, your character, which you feel you are very perfect, everything, not all the situations in life are perfect. You will go down, and to come back, you have to have that education, that not just the education, but I can say experiential education, where you will experience what is resiliency, what is happiness index, what is resiliency, what is the social index, social adaptability. These all you must have. Otherwise, you will be lost and the living life. You will suicide. This that life will become worse for you. You every day becomes a heavy burden on you. So this
Yeah.
kind of things happens. You cannot do anything in life.
Mhm.
So, but one more thing, Miss Brenda, these challenges that was given by my in-laws and all, they acted as a fuel for me. Again, rise. It created like Newton's second law, more the momentum. If momentum is high,
Momentum.
the
Yeah.
rise is high. So the momentum was so worst level. It went to so highest level, but it created so challenges, so much of like more the challenges in life, more exponentially and emotionally you will grow.
Sure.
Follow this rule. So we should
So,
not.
Dr. Sorry to cut you off, Dr. Shama. But just finally, looking at influencing and inspiring young women, because it is voices of women, and I know both you and I work with everybody, children, men, women, but we want the world, we want more women to speak up. So this is why we're addressing women through this book. So for those young women, and I know you work with young girls, so for those young girls and women who have aspirations of doing something of purpose to give meaning to their life, what three pieces of advice would you give them?
For the young women who are stepping their life into the society of leadership, into the society to influence, what I can say to them, Miss Brenda, is the first very important thing is um, never leave your happiness for the sake of others. Never compromise. The first thing, never compromise. That is the most important thing. Don't compromise in life. Once you start compromising, you will go on compromising. Rent the space of your life with a high price so that nobody can afford it. Means, I mean to say here, rent negativity, give the negativity a very high expenses in your life. So give the space in your life should be very expensive for negativity so that it should not afford it. That's a very important thing. Never compromise in life for your values, for your ethics that you are growing up. If we compromise it, you don't have that graphite inside the pencil. Remember that graphite inside the pencil is very important. That is you.
Love that.
You will lose your value. Once you lost your value, you are no more in life. Just physically you are present because you are not happy for yourself also, because our subconscious mind is the dictator. It knows that you lost your value and it will not reflect that positivity. That's the very first very important thing that I want to carry with you. Smile. Never give vacation to the smile. Carry with yourself, because this is the one that makes you feel that you are living. This is the only character that is different from animals or anyone. Whatever the things in life, believe in the plan of God. He has a plan for you. You must be spiritually strong as well, my dear younger women. In this society where people are thinking just technology and this, make yourself believe in God. Believe in God, trust in faith. See, first trust in you because you are created by the most wonderful creation that is God. So you are the best. Never underestimate anyone. Every finger has its own fingerprint. That's why we use fingerprints because you are unique, you are similar. You are you're you are different from others because of your fingerprint. That means you are special. Understand that you are special. You are a special person in this world. And success comes from its second letter. What is that? You. Success comes from its second letter, and that is you. The you is important. Work on building that you. When you are working on building you, you're indirectly reflecting the society as well. Work on building you, my dear friends. And you can be built by a formula. The formula for building you is E plus R equal O. E plus R equal O. What is E? E is events in life. It can be anyone's rejections. It can be anyone is rejecting you, not taking means anything, any distractions, any what if disappointments, whatever happens in your life. This is not in your control. E is not in your control. Only that is in your O is not in your control. What is in your control? R, response. How you are responding to E will give you the outcome O that builds you. E is the events. If somebody is rejecting you, then what should be your response? Oh, he rejected me. I have to take another door. He rejected me. I'm disappointed. I'm waste. I'm not fit for anything. If this is your response, the outcome will be failure, suicides. Because he rejected you and you're crying, and finally, either you will be failure, either you will be doing suicide, whatever it is. But if your response is, he rejected me, that means I have more better option. If your response is, he rejected me, that means he doesn't fit, he doesn't fit for you. So you are fit for some more better plan. You have some more, God has written some more better plan. Another door is waiting for you. One door is closed. It doesn't mean your life is closed. One door is closed. That means another door is ready to welcome you. So when change your perception, R means perception here. Pain, P for pain, P for pressure is nothing but the growth. A pencil gets mended. When you are mending the pencil, it undergoes so much of pain. It bears that pain, come up as a new shape, right? So pain, when you're having pain, understand that you are in the process of growth. I want to tell this all of the people because, oh my God, in my company, lots of work, lots of pain I have, lots of things. So they give me lots of work. No problem. Face it. Your patience, P for patience. P for pain. These are all growth accelerators. Take them as a challenge. Have patience. See how the nature will bring for you. And last point that I want to tell you is what you think that will reflect you back, because universe is working on you every minute. There is a law of attraction. Believe in law of attraction. If you are thinking, if you every day affirm yourself, I'm going to be the best version by responding, by increasing my perception values, by being myself, by being what I am, by not compromising, by focusing on you factor. You know,
I like that, the you factor. I love that. That's brilliant.
So the you factor, which will make you wow factor in the society.
Fantastic. Dr. Shama, thank you very much indeed for
Lovely.
that amount of wisdom. I can't wait to bring it back, get it, put it in writing and read it. It is very, 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 very powerful.
That's it for this episode of Brilliance Today. Thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. For more information or to contact Book Brilliance Publishing, visit bookbrilliancepublishing.com. And remember, do different. Be brilliant.